Hey everyone, this is smpratte, and you can tell that I'm at a different location by the jumbo Charmander we got here. But I flew into, you probably know where by this guy, I flew into Vegas to actually record a pretty important deal that is taking place on July 6th of 2018. And if Gary, or this is Steve here to the right, if either one of you want to explain or give a quick summary of what's going on.
Yeah, well, it's great to have these guys here. We're doing a big deal, and Scott flew out here to Vegas from Missouri to do the filming and to do the research on what we're doing and that. And then one of my very best friends, Steve, is out here from Baltimore, Maryland, and we're doing a deal. He's buying into my collection, so we're going to be partners in my Charizard collection, a 21 card collection, not my entire thing. And of course, Steve is a long time, big time collector, has a lot of beautiful cards, but now he's going to have a part of mine, and we're going to have a great partnership.
So to give people a summary of what's going on here is Gary has some cards we're about to take a look at. And by the way, this is the famous Gary from Pawnstars for those new to the channel. And what we're going to do is take a look at these cards and just go through not only what they are, but the specifics on ownership and the price paid for everything. So
Yes.
I guess, Gary, if you want to just place them.
Okay, well, this is what Steven and I are going partners on. It's going to include one of the two pristine Charizards. This is the one that you recently saw on Leon Hart, the one we showed on Leon Hart that I flew to Dallas to purchase. So this is one of the cards involved, a thick first edition base set Charizard with Arita's autograph on it.
And I would say this is probably the most, not even probably, it's definitely the most beautiful Charizard I've ever seen in person. This is the first time for me seeing this, and the only flaw that it states on here is a 9.5 centering, and I think even for the most critical, it's really to find where that deduction is. So this is just hands down the most beautiful Charizard. And keep in mind, I don't have a dog in a fight. This is just my visceral reaction I had when I saw that card. But that's probably the biggest part of this deal, and then these are the other cards that are included.
Yes, okay, and then we have, we're going together on these 10 first edition base set shadowless cards. Oops. How'd that get in there?
So for those who
think
can't
about
see,
that.
because the bit of glare there, these are 10 shadowless Charizards with PSA 10 grade. So if you like the number 10, there's plenty of 10s here.
Right. And then the last part of the deal is 10 first edition base set Charizard PSA 10s.
It's really tough to
There
put
we
this
go.
into words, because whenever I saw these cards, which we'll give you a close-up in a little bit of each of these, even for me, seeing all these together is a little bit surreal, because every single one is a 10. And Gary has had some of these for a long time, probably longer than a lot of people have been in the hobby. And you can tell by the certs that he has a range of, I would say, eras or times when he purchased these cards. So this is hands down the most comprehensive
10.
Charizard collection out there. Yeah, they're all 10s. And the thing to note is, if for people who are confused of the sale, this isn't for the actual entire cards. What is going on is that there is a purchase being made on the percentage of ownership for these cards. And I believe that percentage is 16% or around there was the agreed percentage. And then the price point that I think a lot of people are probably curious. So the price point for these cards for 16% ownership is $81,000 in cash.
And the total amount was?
The sold amount estimated valuation is going to be at $500,000 for these cards you see here. So
Right, yeah, we figured together on $500,000 value for these cards, and so the 16% is going to amount to $81,000. That that's the agreement we came with.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, so for people who are worried that you won't see that monumental listing on eBay, these still will be in that massive listing on eBay.
Yes.
What it is a percentage ownership, and I would say this is probably the most significant chunk in that lot on eBay for sure. At least these are the all-star team right here.
Yes.
But yeah, that's pretty much everything we have. The only other thing is, if you would like to see the actual cash, this is Vegas, and this is how people transact in Vegas. We actually walked out of the bank with, I had about 40 of this in my pocket. Gary had the other 40, and then we took this stack of cards out. So yeah, this is pretty clickbaity right now. This is about as high end as it gets for Pokemon. And actually, Steve came over through TSA, so this transaction is also TSA approved. This came through the airport.
Yeah, didn't they stop you, Steve, at the airport?
Yeah, they stopped me asking me questions. Where am I going such amount of money? And if I take this money from the bank voluntarily, somebody put the pressure on me.
Right.
If I do this by myself, my own will, my free own will.
Just tell them it's Pokemon and everything is kosher.
So what we got here, these are stacks of $10,000 in each pile, like you can see, 10,000. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. This doesn't have a band, but that's 80. Then 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90. So that's 10 more. That makes
81.
it
There you go.
81,000 that Steve is nice enough to give me for his ownership in these cards. So now we're partners. Now Steve and I have been friends like brothers for years, and we've done many dealings together. But this is a big. We've done big ones before, but this is a real big one, and I will be holding on to the cards. And if you wonder why Steve would trust me so much with such a giant amount of money in that,
Absolutely.
it's like I said, because we're brothers. We would trust each other with our lives, and that's what makes a deal like this practical for us, because of that friendship and because of that trust. So
Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Give you guys one more look here at the full pot. We'll just spread it out to make it as clickbaity as possible.
yeah,
But all sarcasm aside, this is definitely a historic moment in the hobby. This is something that, we've reached a point now where the seriousness isn't even a question anymore. This is just yet one more high-end sale to further legitimize that inertia that already exists, not only for Pokemon, but for collectibles at large. And here's just one that I was able to fly in and be a part of. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. And thanks to Gary and Steve for
Thank you.
making this.
that's
One more thing you want to say here, Gary?
yeah. I'd like to add one more thing. I recently did an interview and a video with Leon Hart and all of his hundreds of thousands of subscribers and friends and his community and his family. And I would love to have Leon and his fans to visit this website. And it's called, you can find it
E4.
under smpratte.
Yeah.
If you don't already know, his website is probably the most informative website on Pokemon that you'll find in the world. A little bit of entertainment and a lot of information for those of you serious about your hobby and serious about Pokemon. Be sure to tell your Leon Hart friends, and I'm sure Leon will share this, with his community, and all of you come over to smpratte website and view this video and view more videos that he's done on a very informative basis.
Yeah, this is Gary doing a free plug here. This was not part of the situation.
No, Scott didn't expect me to say anything. I'm just saying it because Scott's content. Remember, he flew all the way out here from Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, just for this. And then he's staying with me for a few days, and we're seeing the sights in Vegas. So he's serious about this, and I think all of you would enjoy his content on his website. So see it and tell your friends about it too. And no, Scott didn't know I was going to say it, but I'm an expert, and I watch his website.
Gary's the dad to be for sure. He's the official dad to be for. But there you have it. Here's another historic deal in the hobby, and glad that Steve and Gary could provide this for you. As usual, guys, hopefully this gave you something that was at least entertaining. I think this one might qualify, and as usual, that's pretty much it.
Let's celebrate it.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate.
Let's celebrate it.
Let's go out on the town tonight. A lot of things to do in Vegas.
All right. Until next time.